Oh,
That's from Holes, 2003, Shia LaBeouf.
Nope.
I have no idea.
Steel Magnolias.
Never seen it.
Wow, I thought about that in a while.
Never seen it.
Me and
Famous
PTA are on a lifelong divorce right now.
I'll tell you what I have seen. I'm about to show you guys what I have seen. So check out what Sturdy seen. What's good, Sturdy Slashers? Welcome to another episode of Horror with Sir Sturdy, episode 593 to be exact. And tonight's movie that we will be slicing and dicing, Beast of War. There's a shark, there's some soldiers, and there's some shit going on. There's a war going on, and there's a shark that's hungry. A shark that is hungry. Buckle up, get ready for a fun ride, because we are here for you tonight on Horror with Sir Sturdy. And welcome to the madness.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I love that pre-opening.
How did you speak underwater like that?
Magic.
He has gills. He's from the sea.
He's half merman.
Is he Sebastian, the crab?
Oh my
Some
god!
of my what it is? Some of my ancestors from Africa are in the ocean. They taught me.
I was just gonna say, see, the stereotype was created by black people to make you think they can't swim because they actually from the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Lupe Fiasco made a whole album about that.
Why would they be so dark then? Would that be
No,
under the
it's on a
sea,
different
or would they
place.
be? Wait, how's this work? How does no light under the water work? I thought it turned everything like translucent.
They like the top of the water. They enjoy
the top of the water.
sky and the birds and shit.
On top of the water.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They just chill and
It's
swimming.
different depths. The darker ones are up top. The lighter shades, they swim a little bit deeper.
I
Like
mean, I'm
Puerto
a
Ricans-
scientist. I don't know. I'm dressed like Mario
like-
on a Thursday night.
like Puerto Ricans, they're pretty much in the depths. You see how light Chris is?
So what am I at? What part am I at? I guess I'm Godzilla. I'll take it.
Ireland.
You're
From the walls around Ireland.
hey, 1/8 of me. Don't like it.
Yeah, he was bragging about that earlier. That he's
1/8 of me is offended.
Oh boy.
Was good, Grandizer.
Grandizer, what's up, man? Welcome back, baby.
He changed the font, so I can't read shit.
I like that font. That's some good fonts. I like that.
But yeah, we're here tonight to talk about this shark movie, guys.
Is it though?
Shark and soldiers.
Hey, there's no LL Cool J in this.
Oh God. Oh, I
That was
forgot
some
about that. Yeah,
I like that movie.
I enjoyed it. I saw it in a theater, and I thought it was the shit. You know.
Best movie death of all time.
Oh, yeah. And that was that time period they were making all kind of really interesting, like weird shit in the sea movies, and they were like all really cool. And like Treat Williams was in most of them, if I remember correctly, or whatever. But yeah, good stuff.
I have like a weird love-hate relationship with certain trends. And we all know what I'm getting at with because we're talking movies. Like, for example, the movies in the 2000s, like the Cruel Intentions type of vibe of movies. There was a lot of movies there was movies and shows that like had that same kind of vibe. Do I remember them all? No. That's the part I hate. The part I like those where they do try to work on something that's kind of like, let's try to build up this trend or whatever. Let's see if we can do it better. But it's I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but you know what I mean? Like the Cruel Intentions. I can't think of other movies that are very similar to that. Not even necessarily the story, just the 32-year-olds playing college kids.
Oh, the teeny bopper stuff. Yeah.
And then wherever that drama goes for those, and
The ripping off kind of genre.
Yes, and it's after like one or two come out, then I feel like that's like all that you get for that subgenre of whatever genre the film is. And I'm just like,
yeah.
And we're so bad at doing them. Overseas have always been so good at doing them. And that's, the curse of our abilities to try to rip off ourselves.
Yeah. You're right about that.
I really enjoyed this, despite just like 2 or 3 minor gripes about it. Honestly, like I had fun. I was talking to the goddamn screen the whole time.
I had a good time with this movie too. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just, I'll just saying just in general.
I can complain,
but
I was simply voicing
really
that I had a good
liked
time.
Oh no.
Yeah,
No,
That was
not
fun.
not.
I
Not
talked about it
spoiler.
earlier with you, Sturdy. It was a dull story. I mean, you can put a shark in anything, and listen, and the shark parts are going to be fun.
Ah, man, I enjoyed the tension. I
That was-
enjoyed all those
I
But
gotta
I
moments.
agree
thought
with
that
my
was
compadre.
tension for what actually was the purpose of the film.
Mhm.
Purpose of the film was not the shark. The shark was, I mean, I felt the shark was a subsidiary thing, and in the poster, which I had said before, I think it's like the worst poster as far as representation of what this is, which is mostly a true story. In 1942, the HMAS Armadale corvette actually was attacked, and several people, if not more, were actually eaten by sharks. Now, as far as the narrative goes, that's all created, but this is based on a story that was more about being courageous, more about being open-minded, more about, the bonds between soldiers than, Sharknado by the, I don't know, Shark something.
Yeah, this is
I will tell you
definitely
what, though, our
US
protagonist, when it comes down to like Sharknado, and I'm just taking the first one, right?
Mhm.
I'm only going to compare like movies like this to like the first of if it's a franchise, but the Sharknado, Ian Zieringer's character, for all the faults of that movie that were trying to be faults, they were trying to be that, like really outrageous type of horror. He's a different person by the end of this movie.
Mhm.
Nobody in this
Yes.
movie is a different person by the end of this
Noah
movie.
has an arc, yeah.
And that is, and I was talking to Sturdy about this, where I find that's happening more and more in movies because people don't know how to write, because there's a traditional writing style and most people just write based on their fandoms.
Mhm.
And it's just, we're losing the plot of people need to change in movies. Like what I thought would have worked better was the main character of Leo is fronted as the protagonist. He's got the haunted past. He understands the sharks. He's the one that saves the kid in the mud in the beginning. He knows the lesson already of like, be there for the person you're with.
Mhm.
I thought it would have been better if there was a sacrifice on his end. Maybe kind of how he started to do it with his arm getting, I don't want to give too much away, but his arm getting ripped off. But I thought the other guy, I think his name was Dez, the antagonist in the film, rather than sacrifice himself, it would have been better if he had changed in the end and became the antagonist that saves the other guy and gets them out of there. To me, that would have offered, the entire theme and point of your story finally sank. We get it.
Didn't that happen though? Because he said he felt bad for what he did, and then his ultimate choice at the end was over his comrades, his boys. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But that's dialogue. Show it to us. Give us the action. And that's the problem I have. Like, this is an action movie, technically. Like, show us. Like, yes, he does sacrifice himself in the fight and blows up the thing. But there's no real change. He's not a different character. He explains himself and then he decides to sacrifice himself. But that's not, like, that's too quick. I feel like he should have been the one to change. Then don't get me wrong. Do all movies have to be like this? No, Indiana Jones doesn't change shit. He's exactly the same in the beginning than he is in the end. But the world around him is changing. You could do that too. But this was a personal story. And I liked Leo as a character, the main guy. I thought he was a great sort of protagonist to carry the movie through. But if they could have had more interactions between him and the other guy where it was naturally turning, he started thinking in a different way. He started maybe realizing what Leo is by his actions. And then Leo dies in a sacrifice, and that leaves Dez to step up and finally make a full change. Now, tell the story you're going to tell, which they did, but then lean into the fucking shark stuff more. Because that's Leo's story with his brother, which I'm presuming was his brother. Could have been his son or something, but I was presuming like his little brother. But we didn't really get any closure there.
Yeah.
Why? Because he defeated the shark? He overcame his trauma. He was pretty well adjusted to his trauma the whole time.
Actually, he was the most adjusted person on that day, whatever the hell they were floating on. He's the one that freaking, which actually, before I go on,
He was the Quint and Hooper character in this.
Let's dive into ratings really quick, and then we'll go on some more with this. But Mick, what is your rating for this?
I give it a 6. It's worth a watch.
6.
Like Monster Island, which came out from Shudder, which is similar in tone. It's based on World War II. We watched it last year. That had a better story, in my opinion. There was actual change between the characters and what they were going through and having to work together.
What's your rating for this one, Trevor?
I give it a solid 7.5. And I'm going to stick by that because the movie surprised me. Like I said, I didn't do the research before. I just saw the JPEG. And with so many shark films out there, I just assumed automatically that, like I said before, it was going to be an attempt at, good product and sharks in various forms made into like head cheese. But this actually was good. I agree with Mick on his changes to the story 100%. But I do think it kind of, and I know you don't like me comparing things, and I'm only comparing it based on like tension and as far as group dynamics, it kind of reminded me of Dog Soldiers, except there was a shark and that was the immediate threat, but the actual immediate threat was everybody that was in that unit, because you're told, I mean, it's like bam over the head, let's be honest, but right from the start, oh, these two people get to go and chill out because guess what? Somebody went back for their fellow soldier. Otherwise, you just do what you need to do. Is that a bit heavy-handed throughout? I will agree. But I think for, a shark movie, this is one that you could put yourself on autopilot and not feel any dumber for finishing it.
You know what? Dog Soldiers was a good comparison. And actually proves my point. Because think about Dog Soldiers. The main character in that. Complete change, 180. He didn't want to be a part of the special forces. He hated being a part of it. By the end of it, he realized how important they were and how important that unit is to each other.
Mm-hmm.
An actual change goes throughout. And I thought it was kind of funny that he didn't want to kill a dog, and then by the end, he killed a bunch of dogs. But that's that is more on the comedic side. But yeah, no, it's but it is a good comparison. Again, I liked this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought challenge yourself to do better in the story.
Gamer, what's your rating for this one, good sir?
7.5.
How about you, Johnny?
I'm actually with the Rotten Tomatoes audience score. It's a 5.5 for me, but I think the 5.5, I think that has more to do with me than what the movie presented itself. We'll get more into that later.
I'm gonna give it an overall. I'm gonna give it a 7. Wasn't sharky enough for me, but I do agree with what everybody said. I do agree with what Mick was saying about the story. They could have definitely added some more depth to the story. And it's not even like it's a big thing they have to change or make the movie any longer. It'd be the same length, and like you said, having the guy sacrifice himself like he did, but maybe even instead of him just losing his arm, maybe losing his life. And seeing growth again, piggybacking off of Mick, seeing growth throughout the characters throughout the film, from beginning, middle, and end. You should see some growth, and for the most part, everybody was the same. And I understand that there was during a war and all that other stuff, but still, there's like some things that would kind of change after a while. I feel, especially after going through a traumatic experience, not like that, not only a war, but then it's like your ship sank, you're floating on some shit, and there's a shark right here. So it's like that right there, and helping each other as much as they did when they did, except for when the one guy was bleeding out, the dude just pushed him down. I'm not gonna lie, it was cold, but at the same time, if it's like this is the only way I'm gonna survive, and he's fucking drawing the shark to both of us, there's no sense in both of us going. I'm not gonna say I'd push him, but I mean, if it's like getting to the point where I'm struggling to get back on board, you know what I mean? Get on the thing or whatever. If I'm swimming back up, I'm gonna let him go. Is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna sacrifice myself if it's like me or him to that point. But I am gonna try to save him as best I can. I'm not gonna do what he did and push him away. But I was like, that's fucked up. But I wasn't like upset with him. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I get it, and I know how we watch these movies as people, and you're like, oh, if I was there doing this, I would have did this, that, and the third. But I'm just thinking, in a situation where a fucking big ass shark is coming after me, I'm not gonna lie and say, yeah, man, I'm a fucking Aquaman this shit and swim and then fucking punch the shark in the nose. Some dumb that you know you're not gonna do or be able to do. I may freeze up, shit on myself and drown. Who knows? Like you might just go in the
shit
shark
yourself and then let them eat you. Like
It's
welcome
like
to
public-
the sandwich, shark.
It's like public doors, just push, pull, and away.
Yeah.
Listen, I thought it was an effective shark movie. I thought they did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
I like the fact that they're playing up that because this happened not to only one. Like Indianapolis went down and they had a shark night. Like there's a lot of ships during World War II in the Pacific that went down and they were eaten by sharks.
Yeah.
And nobody found out until nobody found out about the Indianapolis
Till
until Jaws came out. Jaws told a lot of the families that lost people on the Indianapolis about that story.
That's something that could have been incorporated in this movie right here.
I don't know how Australia handles things. I can't imagine much better.
Oh, come on now. With the crazy ass animals they have there on land, them sharks were fucking people up.
Well, that's why the one Aborigine dude knew how to handle the sharks. He was like, been there, done that. This shit is not new.
But going back to that really quick though, with the shark thing, like, and I know I guess they wanted to have it with the shark not showing up so much, more than Jaws, of course, but kind of like that, you know. But I kind of wish it did show. I mean, I do not even kind of fuck that. I wish it did show up more, and even for like extra characters that were in the movie in the water that weren't throughout the whole, just to pick them off, just to see some cool kills, just to see some cool kills, this, that, and the third, and maybe even it's just like 5 or 6 more. It doesn't have to be a handful because I know you had to have like this tense moment, all this other shit. But fuck that. I needed some more shark action.
Every time the shark popped out of the water, I had like flashbacks to the Jaws ride where it keeps popping up at you, and it's just like, what are we doing here? What's happening? This is just ridiculous. I think they filmed it on the Jaws ride or the Fast and the Furious ride now. Although those sharks still out there in the water waiting for us.
Well, to bring back to what you said, Mick, about bring back what you said about plot and such. This film, it's got it. So the guy who directed it, named Roache-Turner, Kiah Roache-Turner, was best known for, I believe, a trilogy of films called Wyrmwood, which are like splat stick zombie amazingness. And then he also did a really, really cool reinvention of the spider genre called Sting a couple years ago. So, if I look at this through those eyes, I also have to agree with Mick in the fact that I would find this film rather disappointing in his work, but I also think that he's trying to kind of go about different genres and approach them slightly differently. So, but yeah, this is a movie that is from a person who is actually a seasoned filmmaker.
Wait, you said he did.
And for me, this is my first watch. I kind of want to see other stuff because of it.
No, Wyrmwood definitely check out. No, I know that
great.
This doesn't look like a movie that was made by somebody brand new.
Yeah,
but there's a standard in writing that has gone down over the last 15 to 20 years within the Hollywood realm because there's not really professionals writing anymore, not trained professionals. And the problem is, I was pointing out, was most of the movies that come out today, even the mainstream, it doesn't matter how long they've been around, they're cutting through and they're taking elements out that you shouldn't take out. We need to have established protagonists, established antagonists, but we need change. We need arc. We need something to root for. And when they don't give it to you, and in Wyrmwood, they didn't either. Wyrmwood was a good world building movie.
Yeah.
And a TV show was but there was no characters to latch onto. You didn't really care about them too much,
you.
but it was interesting.
Respect
I
the
like
narrative
that.
versus
Thank
the
you for bringing that
visual.
up.
You're making
Well, no, narrative should always. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can make spectacle,
Mhm.
but
Must
you
always have
look
narrative.
at how many countless movies you watch just from back in the day. Let's not even
Mhm.
past 1990. All the movies that you watch, you're going to tell me none of them have character arcs that make them change, that push through. Even the bad ones, they do.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
we've lost that art because we have fans writing films now, not writers writing films.
Mm.
And that's
I was
where I'm
gonna-
coming from when you watch things like this, and it's like,
Now that fans are writing films, then maybe that means that fans were tired of the same shit over and over and over again.
no, they just thought they could do it better because they're
No.
fans.
And
Like,
you know what,
trust
I
me,
wanna
I've worked with
piggyback
it
off
like
what Mike
constantly.
said.
Like
Mm-hmm.
they do. Like that's why there were so many remakes in the early 2000s. There's why people wanted to make what they loved when they were younger,
Yeah.
and most of it came from the fucking 80s. And we know how I feel about that. So like, this isn't a Jaws ripoff.
It's the dark ages.
No.
This is an interesting story
Mhm.
that has a shark in it. I really was interested to come into this when I heard that this is what we were doing. Primarily for the fact that these stories from World War II are very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But you gave me characters, and there is nothing to really latch onto in those characters other than he's the hero, he's the villain. The rest of them are all fodder. We got to save this kid because he almost died in the beginning, and we have to show the you're not pulling on the string of this.
Mick, you're right about that. You're absolutely right about that.
And that's where I get
was
annoyed, like with these newer movies that come out. It's like you took a little time to flesh out your character because you see it in these movies. They don't love their characters they're writing. They love the world they're building.
Yeah, and honestly, that's what I saw when I was watching this movie. It was kind of hard for me to engage with it because I didn't find any of the characters in particular, for me, in my viewing experience, to be engaging. And what I wanted to ask on the subject of writing, both you and Mick and Trav and Chris and Cuz, you can definitely jump into this, but I didn't find the why. Like every story has a why. Why is this happening? And I was looking for the why outside of the fact that they're on a boat in this World War II. Mm-hmm. But I didn't find the why for me particularly engaging. And I was just going to pose the question to the group. If you found the why for this particularly compelling or interesting at all, because that's what I was trying to find something to latch on to, and I just couldn't find it when I was watching this film.
They had a why, but they abandoned it.
World War II, war.
No, their why was survive.
Mm-hmm.
Survive.
Oh, their why, yeah.
That was their why.
So
you give it to the characters. Their whole thing is to survive, but they abandon it, not because they lost hope, but because they are growing tired. And that's the thing. Then all of a sudden, there's this fake energy that comes in because you need it in the moment. Like the fake energy should have come in actiony moments, like when the plane was coming and shooting at them, when the shark is actually around. Instead of chalking it up to flashbacks and dreams.
Yeah, all the points you make are super valid. I just feel like then that means that then the character of the characters is the character of the movie.
But I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm saying it's a dull.
No, I'm not saying you said it was a bad movie.
No.
I just agree that your version will be better.
But it's a dull movie, because what do we latch on to? We don't latch on to what they're standing on. We don't latch on to the shark. We latch on to them. We identify with characters. And when Marvel does a better job out of anybody of like kind of creating story arcs, but of course it takes 4 or 5 movies, creating story arcs where there's actual change. Writers got to get it together.
I feel like I kind of want to beat up on this movie. I just feel like, to me, there wasn't like any character with personality. If they had like one bold scene chewery like type character, then maybe I could latch on to that. But to me, there wasn't like any bold personalities. Like there was like probably one. There was one character who tried, but and that's the guy who did like the weird little like scream when they was like trying to say find him. They were trying to find him. But to me, there wasn't like anybody else who like had like a big personality of the bunch that like I could latch on to. Like there wasn't like the funny guy or like the or like anybody like that in this film.
They were all just fodder to die.
Yeah, they were just fodder.
There's no uniqueness to any of them.
And I also felt like the film.
One was a douchebag. One was super nice.
The film was clashing for me tonally because like I feel like they wanted to be a serious movie, but they were marketing it as a B movie. So I went into it expecting a B movie, and then it's just like it was just like a clash for me, and that's why ultimately I gave the score to that I gave. And also I don't know what budget they were working on with this film, because I could tell like some scenes were like too dark. It's hard to tell, and that's how you try to mask the limits of the budget. But there's some scenes I couldn't tell.
There's some creative filmmaking techniques to this.
For me, it was, and I understand it's nighttime. I understand it's the ocean. I understand it's dark, but I still feel I feel like the lighting was still bad for that. Like not even too dark. It was just like a weird kind of. I don't know how to explain it really.
See, I don't agree there. I thought the lighting was interesting.
I agree too. That was interesting.
The fog scene was the most for me that I felt like it was a bit off with the exposure for it. But other than that, I was
you can get dense fogs in the ocean.
I get it. It just seemed like it was super like bright. You know what I mean?
One of the things that kind of worked about having them on that vessel was the fog. The fog added the claustrophobia that I would say, and this is an extreme example, but what caves added to claustrophobia for Descent. Huge difference there as far as films, but how those are used. So the fog and the impending fog was that doom and claustrophobia. But they didn't expand upon that either. I feel like I agree with you a lot about the fact that, so this is a very distinctly Australian film, and most of the characters are flat out archetypes. Now we're so used to films, especially with groups of characters, these archetypes are in our face, but the goal is for at least a majority of those archetypes either to change, develop. You play with the archetypes as the story goes on. In this film, as I agree with Mick, that's where it drops the ball.
Yeah, it creates no individuality.
Exactly.
They just make them all look different. It's like,
well, I feel like it makes you consider their choices and like, damn, why he's such a douchebag. You know what I mean? What leads then to him, his arm being bitten off, and like, it's like, I should probably just be a good guy. Look, the good ones from the beginning made it to the end. They're fucked up, but they made it.
Yeah.
But think about it from this perspective too. Think about the dickhead. I think his name is Des in the movie.
Des.
Yep.
Imagine he is at odds with the protagonist Leo the entire time, right? He's always arguing with him about something, fighting. Now imagine that going on, but little conversations here and there. They're getting to know each other, and they're building off of that, and they're getting closer, realizing that they have to depend on each other. And Des is starting to get it, what Leo is trying to get through to him. So by the time you get to that meaningful dialogue where he goes back, it's not just some passing dialogue, it is a meaningful monologue.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when you're writing, there are no monologues anymore in films. Like, and that was always the deepest thing that an actor could get, is a monologue to really, we were talking about, Johnny, Oscars get nominated. You get nominated for an Oscar because of scenes, not because of movies.
Yeah.
And monologues and things like that. Those are important. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
And or like those scenes that really drill home the themes of the movie, stuff like that. And like we talk about a lot of great movies that like came over the last year alone. Think about all of those: One Battle, Sinners, Marty Supreme, things like that. They change every single one of them, and they change drastically by the people they meet, because each one of them has an individual personality that is going to embark or not embark, give them some sort of experience or knowledge they need to grow and change. And that's what is important about a movie. And your main antagonist should be the one that makes you change the most, and vice versa.
The antagonist has a journey.
Yeah, you're right on that.
I mean, you go back to like super early stuff, like we're talking Greek and stuff like that. Is like you need an antagonist and you need a journey.
Yeah,
and what you fill in that journey is what makes it special.
I was gonna say you just need that tension of unstoppable force, immovable object. You just need that. It's telling us all this time. I wanted to get back to the lighting point though. I didn't want to beat up on the lighting, because I will say for me, the lighting really worked on in the fight at the very end of the movie between him and the Japanese soldier. That's when it was actually working for me at that point.
You know why? Because it was classic Japanese style where the sun is behind him and he's got the sword out and it's a silhouette. Cool. I like the lighting in this.
Oh yeah,
it's cool and it adds a flavor. Like that is a Japanese pilot there, and the reason you know that is because you've seen it in Japanese films before. There's influence there.
Yeah.
The other lighting definitely it touches down on Australian exploitation. The reds, the greens, the things like that, and being in the water. The shark looks like a piece of shit. Like he's got one white eye. He's like all scarred up and stuff. And like that's all exploitation, mid-level type B movies, which I'm not putting down. We're watching Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama for a while. Like I am not against B movies, but even that has changed.
And I just wish this movie committed to that, honestly. I feel like we needed a character kind of like, who's the villain from that one movie, Wolf Creek, Mick Jagger or whatever his name is, Mick. We need a character like that in this movie.
Another great Australian film. And I'm sorry to do a 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon here, but the composer for this film, which I don't remember his name, I think his first name is Franz, was the composer on the first Wolf Creek film.
No shit. Okay.
Sorry, just weird knowledge drop.
Good film.
Sorry. Good film.
No, that's
but I feel like we need a character like that. Not like a super killer, but like just something goofy. I feel like they kept playing in the middle. I feel like they just needed to commit to one or the other.
You know what scene I think they could have made a little better too, and this is again why I wish there was a few more people for those easy pickoffs or whatever, just so, of course also having more character development so you actually care about the characters, but besides that, but the scene with the plane where it's coming down and shooting at them and everybody jumps in the water but the one guy that's shooting, I think that scene would have been better if the shark was circling, so you have to make the choice, do I try to duck under the plane or do I try to jump in the water and have to, because then it's more of like that scene is so much more tense. There's way more tense. You're like, holy shit, versus the shark is nowhere near. And then the plane, yes, the plane's right there. You can get away from it just jumping in the water, I guess, or whatever, especially at night. So I'm like, it's not that, not saying it's not scary. Do not get me wrong when I'm saying that. But every time the shark was around, they knew it was around because they would pop up and do something.
Yeah. But it was coming. They heard the horn that was stuck to its fin. So that's why he made the decision to grab the gun and start shooting at the plane. They jumped in, and then homeboy decided to be a dick and push the other guy off to the shark to save his ass.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't really catch that, but okay.
Which again, by the way, I'm not saying that the change has to be the antagonist becomes good in the end. They could have easily sacrificed him, killed him in some way, and made it, but there still needs to be a change.
Yeah.
There has to be something, because his journey is just he's been a dick the whole time and he killed people. Like, or he left people to die.
Yeah, because at the end he was towards the end or at the end or whatever. I remember he was like crying or whatever, or whines, I killed him or whatever. And I'm like, there still should have been something more to that than just deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were trying to give us a monologue, but like Mick said, for some reason, dude, like to add to what you were saying, monologues, it almost seems like it's become a trope or stereotype, and it's mocked usually, especially in like horror movies or superhero movies, superhero. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, okay, here we go, and then
the starts talking.
Yeah.
If you hand me the script and you're like, hey, what would you do to make changes to this? I would say, all right, take out all of the soldiers. They're the only 2 that survive. And now they have to work together to survive. They're the only ones on that wing.
Movie. Like
and then what you could do is maybe in the beginning you think others survived, and then you slowly find out that they're going mad. Maybe they saved, pulled some people up, and you can play with their heads a little bit on that. But those 2 being stuck almost on a deserted plane or a piece of ship or a boat or something with a shark circling and fighting, that could have been interesting. Because now I don't have all this other like, all right, well, here's the horror part. You can kill all these other guys that don't mean anything and have no impression on me whatsoever.
I got a quick question for all of you. What? Am I the only one who immediately, when the guy started howling like a wolf afterwards, and he said the next dumb thing, immediately thought, let's just throw him in now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not alone, buddy.
Oh,
I did
shit.
want when he was Jackie Channing across the water onto different things to get to the boat. I was like, first of all, too convenient. Secondly, I want you to fall. Like that would have been funny.
Technically, he did when he was like, because he said my feet aren't going to touch the water. It's the first thing he jumped on, his feet went right into the water.
That's true.
Like this ain't going good from the start.
No, yeah.
You should have just said I'm not going to fall all the way in the water. Not my feet ain't going to touch the water. That was just like, yo, that's some
My
bullshit.
fight ain't gonna touch the water.
And the shark can run into the thing that they're on and knock them off, but it can't run into the barrels that he jumps on. Like, there's holes, of course. There's holes in everything, and I'm not going to pick it apart. But
his head hanging inside the mouth when it tipped him over on the pole and he was holding on for dear life.
Listen. I'm going to say something I haven't said in a long time, guys. Sometimes movies just have to movie, and we have to remember that.
Yeah,
that's fair, but
that's
in the land of a million shark movies, this was pretty damn solid.
And I agree, but most shark movies are 4 and below. You know, like a 6. To everything you're saying, Sturdy, I understand. That's why I gave it a 6. That's where the level is. Watch it. Like, I think a high honor, in my opinion, is me saying watch your film. Like, otherwise, like if it's 5 and below, I'm like, watch it. Watch if you want to.
Like, what would have got me to like higher than a 5.5, like a 6 or a 6.5 or a 7 is if I'm the opposite of Mick, and that's if they went like the opposite way with it, just make it a pure exploitation B movie and forget all of like the substance you're trying to put into it or whatever. Just make it like popcorn.
That would have been more in the spirit of his old work too. Because Wyrmwood's all totally that way.
That would have definitely made the movie more fun. I
mean, Wyrmwood definitely gets a higher rating.
I feel like if James had been here on that scene where he was hanging off on that pole there when he was hopping to the ship, James would have said, bullshit, that fucking grenade would have fell right out his shirt pocket, landed right in that shark's mouth, and blew his ass up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, gravity is a thing. You're right.
It is.
James, you watch it?
Oh, yeah, he gave it a 6 out of 10.
He gave it a 6 out of 10. Then he said he liked the seating, the lighting. Sorry, he said it was kind of eerie to him, somewhat eerie.
Like, I would say this is definitely better than any of the Jaws sequels.
I enjoy 2.
I like 2.
I think part 3
Roy
is
Scheider.
Was it part? Oh, I forgot because we did
3 had Dennis Quaid in it. It was 3D.
There was something. No. It was part 4. It was 4. It was Jaws 4, not 3. Because 3 was the.
No, 3 had Quaid. 4 had Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. That was so bad.
Yeah, because they worked at SeaWorld, and Dennis Quaid and Leah Thompson.
Yeah,
that one. When we did that marathon for that, I was like, yo, this is the most fun Jaws movie by far. It's not the best, but it's my second favorite because it's so damn fun.
Stupid.
I know, and it's dumb. It's because what that one is like. If it doesn't have like a really good story with a shark movie, something like a Jaws or whatever, I guess, which is not very many, I want it to be ridiculous. I want it to be bloody and ridiculous.
Sidebar, guys. Do you think the world is ready for a Jaws reboot? I think we're in a world that I think
that's being done on a regular basis, especially now that we can upload things like that. Except nobody's doing it to the quality of Jaws, which goes back to the simplicity yet beauty of its narrative. I bet you every 3 weeks there is a new film that has shark in the title that is licensed by Tubi.
Thrash is coming out in a week or 2.
But I'm talking about like freaking like Steven Spielberg decides, you know what, I have a story that I'm ready to crack.
I don't think you should ever remake a movie that started a subgenre.
No, that's a way to kill a legacy.
No. It started sharks. We have so many.
Kind of killed Indiana Jones for me.
Really?
I get it. I don't think it should
and
be
I'm
made in the
a Temple of Doom guy. So.
What's crazy is I love all those movies now. Retroactively, I like the fifth one or the fourth one, with the aliens retroactively.
The Crystal Skull.
Yeah,
I like them all. I mean, there's things I don't like about them.
so I really love the last one that came out.
Retroactively, I don't like any of them. that flipped with me completely.
And he also hates
to
fucking
buy it again,
Harrison
too.
Ford.
No, I don't hate Harrison Ford. I never said that. I just only like Indiana Jones.
I'm marrying.
I wouldn't say there's way too many shark movies. I mean, there's a lot of bad ones. There's a lot of god awful ones out there. Trust me, I've watched enough of them, and I'm gonna watch more. But it's one of those turn your brain off fun genres. If you have some cool kills, honestly, if you just have some cool kills, there, the shark don't have to look all that great for me to have some fun with the movie. But you at least have to have some cool kills at the very least.
I can't even anymore.
For the cheesy ones.
Deepest Blues.
Shoehorning in all of these little things like, oh, the sharks are in a supermarket now. Oh, the sharks are fucking found a dorm room. Oh, the sharks are in a tornado. Oh, like it's just like it's
now,
come on.
I will say this,
Hallmark
Mick.
Sharks in a bakery. So
Serving delights.
yeah.
I prefer my sharks in water. Like I have watched Avalanche Shark, Sand Shark. I still have to watch Shark in a Cornfield, but I prefer the aquatic. I prefer the aquatic shark silly movies or good movies, whatever the case may be, because it's one of those things that's an actual fear of mine is the ocean. So it's like you take a shark out of the ocean. It's just.
Can we get a fucking sea serpent at some point? Can we stop?
It's not a biped or quadruped. You just take it out of just kind of lays there and goes.
Like, damn. They make killer shark or killer whale now too. Like took them 40 years to fucking remake that shit.
Are there killer lobsters or crawfish
Orca.
or anything?
Well, no, Killer Whale was a movie that came out this year and it was terrible.
Orcas are monsters, so.
Oh yeah, Richard Harris drunk off his ass in that film is brilliant.
Love Orca. That's actually my favorite aquatic horror movie.
No, I'm saying in real life, whales are assholes.
Oh yes, great documentary. It was about SeaWorld and the how volatile the
Free Willy,
yeah. Talk about an amazingly unfortunate name for a film.
Free Willy.
That film came out, and that was not. I saw an ad for it, and it goes Free Willy, and the first thing that went into my head when that film came out was not a damn whale. I'm like,
well, let me tell you.
This is about a penis.
Let me tell you,
Mom. This movie's called Free Willy. Why is it G?
Has one of the best Michael Jackson songs of all time in the crate. So,
yeah, they had to superimpose the fucking Shamu in there because
Originally, it was
can't have a dick jumping over a kid. This isn't the island. You can't have them dicks jumping over kids. You gotta put Shamu in there.
That would be a good category.
Wait, whoa. Clean that up, Johnny. Clean that up.
No. I'm talking about the whole category of Nick Manhattan's Temple of Doom movies that get lowest ratings.
That's why I'm saying you.
I like Temple of Doom. I love Temple of Doom like more than anything.
That's why I said you had to clean that up because you said that right after Mick said the wild shit he said, and then you're like, "Oh, that would make a good category."
I'll tell you, there was a TV miniseries that came out in the '90s with William Peterson. I think it was called The Beast. And it wasn't like a shark movie. It was like a giant squid movie. And
wasn't it the Benchley?
Yeah, it was based on Peter Benchley's.
It was the miniseries.
Yep.
It was awesome,
right? Like I liked that one. It was fun. It was interesting. Like
and Benchley wrote Jaws, so it was basically like perfect timing.
I like that one. I'd watch Temple of Sexual Doom. Don't put me in your box.
Hey, if Jesse Franco was alive, I'm sure he would have made it. So,
that's one.
That's true.
Temple.
Shia might want to do it. You never know.
Oh yeah, Shia. Yeah,
he's not punching people.
He fights for honor. That's how he does. Yeah, fucking shark movies. I like. This is one of the better ones for sure.
It's right below Deep Blue Sea.
And listen, they made movies about the Indianapolis, and this is the best wartime shark movie
Are you
I've
talking
ever
about
seen.
Nicolas Cage joint?
That was one. They did another one called The Night of Terror with Treat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That was a TV miniseries back in the day. Because I remember after hearing that in Jaws, I was like obsessed with learning about the Indianapolis and what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so when the movies came out, I would watch them.
They're
not as good as this.
Well,
some of the Italian shark ripoffs, like Shark Hunter and Devil Shark by Umberto Lenzi and
If
Steve
you say the
Mazzocchese.
last shark, I'm kicking you out.
Well,
Oh,
no,
we did that.
The Last Shark is a very special thing. I'm not even
It
going to
is.
talk about that.
The Last
But
Shark.
no,
Watch out,
there are a whole bunch of shark films that were part of the horror boom in Italy in the 1980s. And actually, if you want to see some stuff that is both boring but actually creative, go with the Italian shark movies from the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we did with Sturdy last year.
Last Shark.
We
I
didn't have a ball.
I thought you were going to bring up the zombie versus shark scene from Zombie.
Oh, I'll be talking about that actually later in the show.
I think my brain built up a resistance and a defense mechanism. I don't remember.
Yeah, Treat Williams does love
DC Rising. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, that was a blockbuster classic for me back in the day.
Which one? Deep Rising?
Oh yeah.
Great film.
Yeah.
Man, you guys really like to put
What
great
was the
in front
one
of a
that
lot of
was
movies.
it was like a number,
It was a great
and it was
movie.
about an
There-
undersea colony.
Mm.
Crap, there were so many that were really good. Leviathan with Peter Weller, hot, great
Aquaman.
stuff.
This mother.
You
Oh
said
no,
Aquaman?
sorry, I was talking about Aquaman from the Entourage episodes.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like,
James
hey,
Cameron.
Mario, lay off the mushrooms, Mario. Lay off the mushrooms.
No, I hated Aquaman. I get it.
Actually, the first Aquaman wasn't that bad, right?
All right,
They were okay.
But
Aquaman-
They were not.
Manta should have not been in it. It should have been the second film. Should have been Manta,
Exactly. Thank you.
and that's all I'm saying about it.
That's true.
Can we get a cheetah
Cheetah was in it.
Yeah.
from DC?
Can we make
the
a movie
cheetah?
about a guy who hides in a tree from a cheetah? Be the shortest movie.
Oh, you're talking about like a cheetah horror movie?
Isn't that Craven?
No,
the
the
Hunter?
cheetah like from DC.
Yes, he was in the shitty Wonder Woman movie, the sequel.
Oh, with the Kristen
The
Wiig.
Wonder
Yes,
Woman
it's Kristen
1980.
Wiig. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Ugh. The
I
Meg.
forgot that existed.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Jason Statham kicking
it's a megalodon.
megalodons in the face.
It's a Megalodon.
There's two great shark movies. There's Jaws and Shark
And the
Attack
Meg.
3 Megalodon.
And the Meg. You know who I am. You know what it
the
is.
Meg.
I
I'm a diver.
love Shark Attack 3 with John Barrowman.
I'm a
Who-
diver. I'm a deep sea
I'm a
diver.
little wired. How about I take you home and eat your pussy? And then cuts right to sex scene, which we've never seen the entire fucking movie. For an hour and a half, we haven't seen any softcore sex.
You see that?
And then the rest of the movie, softcore sex.
You see that Jason Statham's going back to the water now. Though he has a new movie coming out that takes place on the water.
Then I quit. Yeah,
He's going-
Mutiny. Where
Yeah,
he's on a boat.
he's back in the water now.
I was watching the trailer with my wife, and I'm like, Jason Statham has another job.
But you know what though? It's not one of those movies though. He broke the formula because he's not like doing like a mundane job. He's not like a barista. He's not like.
I hate to break it. He's just a regular cop who decides to get on a boat and take every. No.
It's not.
No,
He's
no.
not like.
Nope.
Not
Nope.
believable.
I just reject what you're saying.
Do you guys know who the comedian Godfrey is?
Yeah.
You know he does his voice, right?
I can't bass.
Bro, he was on a show with him there, and he was saying he did this pitch to him of Jason Statham since he always has the coolest jobs. He said he wanted him to be a librarian.
Yeah.
It's like, didn't I tell you be quiet?
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Now I'm gonna have to make you be quiet.
Statham. Stick with one job for more than a year. Jesus, a working man.
He was a construction worker.
The mechanic.
He was a beekeeper. Kept bees.
Beekeeper.
Oh,
know
everything.
that.
Everything. Something bad happens. Some kid gets hurt, and then this dude
See?
freaking goes out and he takes
This
out all
breaks
that.
but this movie breaks the formula.
No, all Jason Statham did was start saying, "Give me Liam Neeson scripts," and then he took those scripts and he handed them to Sylvester Stallone and said, put your conservative bullshit in here. And that's what it was. That's what it's been since.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't have a good time with Beekeeper. I ain't gonna pretend like
hey, yo, you know who a real hero
it was
is?
fun. I agree.
Fucking lighthouse guy.
I'm waiting for the barista, where he's a barista who used to be a SAS.
The dog.
I want him to have to save a film set and call it the PA. It's just PA.
I'm just the lad who likes dogs.
The gaffer.
The dog walker.
Yeah.
I want dogs.
Oh my god.
Jason Statham. He could have been in this movie. He would have been the hero.
Yeah, he would have.
He would have drop kicked the shark, and the shark would have been like, all right, I'm good, dude. I don't want you to
I know we got
Wait, is Jason Statham the new Chuck Norris?
No, Chuck Norris made entertaining movies.
You take that back, Nick.
The 70s Chuck Norris and the 80s Chuck Norris, I will forever be a part of.
Octagon is interesting.
Which one?
Octagon.
Octagon. Good guys wear black.
He did some intriguing films.
Yeah, like they're not good.
I
No,
was so enraged by what Nick just said that my power went out. There we go. That's how enraged I was when you just said that. You know, he made one good movie though. He made Silent Rage, the Halloween ripoff.
Why did Chuck Norris never make a horror movie?
He made Silent Rage.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, Silent Rage.
Fuck my joke up, man.
Hey, but he did. He did make a horror movie where the serial killer can't die, but yet he still roundhouses him to death.
Yeah, they had like
technically that was meta. That was him as the that was his evil side because you can't kill him. He's Chuck Norris.
You know what it is? I don't think Chuck Norris held all those superpowers. I think Walker did, and he just was bestowed the powers of Walker. That's why he wears a fucking badge and a goddamn cowboy hat in every movie. Every one of these movies and TV shows.
Is Chuck Norris actually Dr. Doom?
Maybe.
I would not bet on the Avengers.
No.
This is clip going around from Walker, Texas Ranger from the Haley Joel Osment episode, where like Haley, like that's just such a bad show. There's a scene where Haley had to tell somebody that he had AIDS, and Haley was all happy about it. She's like, "I have AIDS," and Walker just looked at the kid. Like,
Walker told me I have AIDS.
That's crazy as shit.
Walker, Texas Ranger, wild series. That was a
wild series. Yes, dude. The final episode was like his team had to go up against Michael Ironside's team, and they were all super soldiers.
Yep.
I watched that show. Don't get from beginning to end. I remember, and I watched the TV movies too, so I don't want to hear it. Fucking what's her name is still shot. We don't know if she's okay. They never brought her back. Now he's dead. We'll never know.
They try to remake that show, by the way.
For somebody who can't stand conservatism at all, I sure as hell have people I like to watch in movies, like the Tom Selleck, Jesse Stone movies.
Mm-hmm.
That might be my favorite franchise ever.
Hey, so I like
every one of you would hate it. I don't blame you.
What's the name of that Conan knockoff with Kevin Sorbo? I like that.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, end the show. He's talking crazy. He's drunk.
Oh, Kroll?
Yeah.
I remember that one.
I like that.
Nah.
It was weird.
It was a weird.
Cole is cool. I'm in with Cole. Nah. I can't. Fucking Kevin Sorbo. No. I mean, Hercules I liked.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Hercules. You're not
talking
about the Luigi Cosi ones.
Which?
Oh, well, yeah. Shit. Those are fun.
Yeah.
I like those.
Lou Ferrigno.
I like Young Hercules with Ryan Gosling. I like that.
He was
young Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling was in Young Hercules. He played Young Aeolus.
Played Young Hercules.
No, I thought he was Aeolus.
Ryan Gosling is awesome.
No, Ryan Gosling played he grew up to be
okay.
Kevin
I thought
Sorbo.
for some reason he was Young Aeolus.
Nope, yeah, he grew up to be Kevin Sorbo.
That makes no sense. Oh, you're right. He was Hercules. Not that I thought you were wrong, but I wanted to see who played Young Aeolus.
Speaking of the Hercules era, I just learned something the other day after I watched the movie for Popcorn and Pints for Euro Trip. So this Saturday, 8 p.m., we have Popcorn and Pints. We're reviewing my birthday picks, which are Euro Trip and Inside Man with Denzel Washington. And
by the way, thank you. Fucking love love both the movies, but Inside Man watching
That
it
was
the
just a
other day,
weird double feature when I was
wanted
watching
to fucking write
Let
you.
me explain.
Fucking love you.
So that was supposed to be Inside Man versus The Score.
Mm-hmm.
But then I said, it's my birthday. I want to do something crazy. I want to have a good time. It's Popcorn and Pints. What's going to get probably James and everybody else being silly? Fuck it. Euro Trip.
Yeah.
So I went with Scotty doesn't know. So back to my connection to the Hercules. Fucking the mistress in the Club Vander sex scene is Lucy Lawless, Xena.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Dude. She's in everything, man. Her and Sam Raimi are fucking super.
I fucking did not know that.
She's in Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, the first one.
Yeah, she's talking about his ass.
All right, I do want to say one thing, and this enhances my love for Ryan Gosling. Dean O'Gorman played young Aeolus in the show, and I was just watching La La Land the other day, and he is in La La Land as Emma Stone's like boyfriend before they get together.
Oh wow!
So that's a cool like, and like he doesn't really have any lines. Like he's just kind of like it's in the dinner scene. I just think that's cool. I think that sounds like a Ryan Gosling doing right by his friend.
Ryan is the shitty friend because why you put him in that piece of shit? Should have been a nice guy.
Fuck you. I like La La Land. I think that's a good.
I'm an only God forgives kind of person.
That's a good
That's the Gosling I like.
Yeah.
La La Land is the reason why I watch Barbie.
The Nice Guys is the reason why I watch Barbie. I became a big Gosling fan after Nice Guys.
I didn't mind him on Andromeda, but you're right, and that was one of my more favorite ones. I like Babylon 5. Lex.
Oh shit! You just blew my mind, bro. I didn't ever make that connection.
You know they had a crossover.
Andromeda and Babylon 5. Holy fuck!
They had a crossover where young Hercules met future Hercules. If I was young Hercules, I would throw myself off a cliff because I realized I grew up to be Kevin Sorbo.
You remember who played the King of the Thieves?
No, I do not.
Bruce Campbell.
Oh shit!
And then he went on to do his own show around the same time, and that was Jack of All Trades. That was a great show. He was a daring dragoon, a masked hero in the Caribbean during pirate times.
Taking me back.
Listen, it's no Briscoe County Jr., but it's
flooding.
I never watched that. I'm gonna have to dig into that.
It's fun, man. It was a fun comedy. I loved it. I own it on DVD, but it was a bootleg copy I got at a con in 2003.
Does Raimi have anything to do with that? I know Raimi.
Yeah, he produced all those.
Yeah, he gives his boy a lot of work.
Oh yeah, everything Raimi does, somewhere Bruce Campbell even Send Help. He played the father of Dylan O'Brien. Respect. I will talk about it on the show Monday, Grandizer. I don't want to take up time here on it, but I did like it.
Yeah, talk about it on Monday.
Johnny doesn't want to be there for that.
I'm going to spam the chat. I'm going to be in the middle of work just spamming the chat.
Let's dive into some weekly rentals, gentlemen, and Gamer. You're up first, good sir.
Yo.
Oh, wow.
So I said I was going to get down so I can see number 7 since it had just come out, and I had watched 5 and 6 first, and then I went back and saw 1, and I hurt my leg on Monday. So I was bedridden for 2.5 days, unable just hopping around. So what did I do? I watched about 11 movies, 12 movies.
You're having a Mick week.
I watched all of the Scream movies. Every single one of these, Sturdy will disagree of me on this, but I am a huge Wes Craven fan. I love these franchises. This was when I was really starting to get into movies and actually paying attention after I realized Nightmare on Elm Street and all that stuff, because that scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. So to see something a little bit more modern in the mid-90s, my brain's a little more developed. This is really what introduced me again, I guess, to things of like Last House on the Left and such. So I really enjoy these. I love the aspect of where the original franchise went. They kind of lost it, tried to pull it back in, and then turned it into something else that's kind of its own, but gave credit due and kickbacks and stuff to all of the original stuff. And the last one brings it all back to the original, where if you've seen any of the franchise, you know that in not Courtney Cox.
Nev
Nev Campbell's character, Sydney, she skipped out on one of the movies. She out of New York, and that was more focused on Billy Loomis's daughter's character and her lineage. So that's where all of these movies are right now. It was really interesting the way I watched it. Like I said, 4, 5, or 5, 6, because I got like the new stuff where it's kind of like retelling the original story but giving you freshness. And then I went back to the old stuff to get really what the original was, rekindle my memories. They're all, to me, between 7 and 9, and I can't even label them all. But if I have to, which one was first there?
I can pull it back up. Scream 2.
So Scream 2, I absolutely love. This was on the college campus. I give this one an 8.5. Scream, what was next? 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Scream 3. I really loved this one back in the day. I had this shit on repeat. This is one of my favorites. This is the one I'm going to give the 9 to. And then what was next? Scream 4. All right, this is kind of where they really went off the rails a little bit, but it's still decent. I'm going to give this one a 7.5. And then Scream 7. I really like the tie-in between old and new. I enjoyed it. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to go with an 8 on it for now, but my feeling may change after I watch it a second time. I feel like my nostalgia and how much Scream I was consuming may have played a slight role, so I want to watch it again a bit more critically.
There you go. There you go. Now, for all your 4 weekly rentals, are any of them worth the late fees to you? I'm assuming yes, but
yeah,
I have to
learn these motherfuckers. Get yourself your CDRW. Go get your computer from 2000. Turn on fucking WinCD. Pop it in, and then get your label maker out. Make sure it's appropriate label, and you put it on the shelf with your physical media.
That would be taken back the next day and returned for a different movie.
No, the same hour, dude. It only takes 45 minutes. Allegedly.
Damn.
I'm talking
2
about
video recorders.
Year 2000.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So
if you're
Trevor,
into that kind of thing.
If you were into that kind of thing, it's a pass now.
I was too poor for a CDRW.
Grandazzer, just so you know, I did read it. I'm going to respond to it. I just had to prepare for the show, so I couldn't really get into it. But yes, damn the man. Save the empire.
But Trevor, you are up next, good sir. So take it away.
Ooh.
I was hoping to get that response. So the first film was from 1955 called Creature with the Atom Brain. This is an important film. One of the reasons is it's by this man named Stan Katzman, who is a true legend in the world of Hollywood. I mean, Weissmuller would not have had a job when he aged out of Tarzan without Stan Katzman. But Katzman did kind of a small group of science fiction and horror films, and I believe did them all with the director Edward Kahn, who then went on to do films like Invisible Invaders and was basically like your go-to guy for all like weird 50s science fiction films. So The Creature with the Atom Brain is about zombies, but they're zombies that their brains have been somehow altered via atoms, hence radioactivity. And these zombies are sent out to basically be assassins. This film is interesting because it does mix genre, but also it's one of the first times that you see a zombie on camera that it's not a supernatural zombie. This is 1955, and we're very used to like White Zombie, I Walk with a Zombie, much more traditional Haitian Caribbean. So that's one of the things that makes this very important, but also it is written by a gentleman named Kurt Siodmak, who wrote and basically created a lore with the original Wolfman. He wrote Donovan's Brain, and also he wrote this film, Creature with the Atom Brain. among so many other amazing, amazing films that he wrote the screenplay for. So yeah, great film, definitely worth keeping and most likely pirating. So the next one is actually another Katzman Edward Kahn production. This is from 1975. This is a full-on supernatural take on zombies. Basic plot. There is a curse. Okay, if you watch this movie, it really makes no sense why, but it's set in Africa. It makes no sense. But there is a shipwreck off the coast of some African country that was stolen treasure. And this treasure has been cursed, and this 19th century occurrence, continually people are coming back to find this sunken treasure that is actually being guarded by zombies. So the zombies of Moritau are quite special because they are lumbering. They are functioning of their own volition. But one of the big things about this movie that makes it so important is it's one of the first times in cinema that being killed by a zombie makes you a zombie. So there's a lot of great stuff about this film, but I will let that at that and say it is also worth pirating.
That is awesome.
Cool. Malpertius. Mick, have you seen this one?
It looks familiar, the cover, but if you can you give me the storyline?
Okay, well, it's directed by Harry Kamel. Harry Kamel is best known for a film that he made the previous year called Daughters of Darkness, truly transgressive lesbian vampire film. Malperticus is a short novel by French fantastique writer
I have seen this.
Jean Ray, and it stars Orson Welles as Casavius, and Casavius is originally portrayed as this just horrible person, and it's an inheritance and all kind of stuff. But there's really no way to explain this film and do it justice. But I'm gonna tell you some of the films and people that it influenced. This film definitely influenced Dario Argento with Suspiria. It definitely influenced Derek Jarman. It definitely influenced Peter Greenaway. It influenced Nicholas Roeg. There are elements of zombiedom to this film, and there's also science fiction. And also, I have to say, it falls very much alongside like Boonwall's Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie, or a film like Le Grand Buffet, because it's successfully a film about somebody who has traveled to an island and brought back the Greek gods. And because they're so damn greedy, they keep the Greek gods. And the Greek gods are actually their family. And this is their torture. He tortures the Greek gods to stay in Malperticus as shitty bourgeoisie. And then it goes into some really weird directions. But I have to say, overall, this is as entertaining as The Cook, the Thief, the Wife, and Her Lover, and actually now makes my top 50 films.
This is, I appreciate you picking this one. I didn't realize if I've seen it, but yes, I went on a kick when I was in college watching all of Orson Welles movies. So as soon as like I saw his face, I'm like, I remember this one. But also Jean-Pierre Cassel is in it. He played Louis VIII in the Musketeer movies in the 70s.
Wasn't he in Barbarella too?
What? I don't know. I haven't seen
I
Barbarella
have to check
in a
that.
long
I have to check
time.
that. Yeah,
he might have been, but like, I remember him. He was a great king in the first Three Musketeers, but the Four Musketeers that came out a few years later, it's not as good. It was good too, but like it was a fun movie too.
Well, as Malperticus, I would check it out again because so this film should have made Harry Kummel like the toast of the town. It's a 3-country production. It's Dutch, West German, and French. Because of the success of Daughters of Darkness, it is invited to Cannes. There is a print splashed together as a work print without Kumel's knowing, and that is what went to Cannes, which is a senseless piece of shit. But the full cut, which is now available, is mind blowing. So,
you know, it's funny you mentioned it because I was just looking it up as we're going because I want to see if he was in Barbarella.
mm-hmm.
You know what his most famous movie is?
What?
Superman 2.
Oh shit!
He played the French officer in the White House.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, and we're watching that in a few weeks. So like that, yeah, it was funny how it stuck out of me. But honestly, great. Oh man, these are great choices, Trevor.
Yep.
I know when I watch yours, like I'm in for, because if I haven't seen them, I'm gonna watch something fun.
And finish things up with a film from 1972, I believe. Yes, called Wandering Ginza Butterfly, starring the legendary Meiko Kaji. This came out the same year that she released Female Convict Scorpion, which would create one of her great characters. Now, this film, pretty straightforward. Woman goes to jail because it seems like she's part of a biker gang, maybe as an initiation or the fact they were hired to assassinate somebody. She's put in jail. I mention that because it does hark back to Meijo Kaji's motorcycle gang roles in the Stray Cat films. She discovers the person she killed, his wife, has actually put in a official plea for basically her sentence to be taken back. So she's released and then becomes insanely loyal to not just that woman, but basically anybody who does good to her. As far as Meizo Kaji's films, this is definitely not Lady Snowblood, and I'm returning it so I can actually get the sequel.
Oh, he did Lady Snowblood?
Oh,
I'm
no,
checking
he
this
didn't
out.
do Lady Snowblood. No,
right.
the director, Kazuhiko Yamaguchi, is best known for the Delinquent Girl Boss series, which is not that great compared to like the Stray
But this
Cat
one was
series.
good?
Oh, this is fun. This is definitely fun. It's it's a really good role just for Meiko Kaji. If you like Meizo Kaji films, if you like Snowblood, if you like Female Convict Scorpion, so many. So yeah, I would recommend it, but I'm more interested in seeing the sequel than rewatching it.
I'm gonna do a first time Sturdovision family video thing and say I'm gonna come in and rent it right after him.
Awesome. Okay, and one other little thing, and I feel horrible, I'm talking a lot. So Zombies of Moro Tau also is the first documented film of zombies, yes, plural, zombies attacking underwater. And actually, Moro Tau was very influential on Fulci's films. So just had to get that out, and I will
That's dope.
Finally show that.
That's dope.
Oh, dude, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, hell yeah. And Johnny, you are up next, good sir.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. So we'll start with Mike, Nick, and Alice.
Somebody's on Hulu all week.
Yeah, that was a new Hulu film that came out in the last month. It's a crime caper with a little bit of time travel involved in it. Vince Vaughn plays a hitman, goes back in time to save his friend and partner, played by James Marsden. He's the titular Mike. James Marsden is the titular Mike. Vince Vaughn is Nick. And in order to save his friend, he has to stop his past self from being a fuck up. And it's a nice little crime caper. Honestly, it's one of those films that reminds you that Vince Vaughn is more than just the fast talking slick guy. He actually can act. And it was really good. There's like a scene that stuck with me that happens towards the end of this film that really displays his acting capability. That it's like I find to be haunting. Like it kind of haunts me 2 weeks later. It's a really just good display of his talent. Really good, fun crime caper time. And what we got there next there, cuz?
What we got next? 1 second, good
I think
sir.
it was Daredevil, right?
Yep, Daredevil Born Again. Okay. So far it's 2 seasons of its run on the Disney Plus app. The first season is a little bit hit and miss. It's kind of a Frankenstein. They're trying to honor what came before, but they're trying to establish something new. So it's a lot of setting the table. So far this season, we're 4 episodes in. It is really good television. It's a wonderful allegory to what's going on in our real life. I know a lot of people try to use comic book films as escapism. I'm sorry, this is not it. If anything, you watch the show and you realize I really wish there was a guy jumping off rooftops in New York to stop what's going on in our real political landscape.
I tried, but I fell.
Yeah.
That's the bad
But it's a really good show. It's a really good continuation. It's like the Netflix show, but better. It actually has a budget, and it's actually not afraid to be a superhero show. It's inspired from the newer runs of the comic books by Chip Zdarsky. I recommend you guys to actually read some of those runs, especially the Mayor Kingpin run that this is based on. I'm not really a Frank Miller guy, so the OG Netflix show didn't really do it for me anyway. There's been better runs since Frank Miller, i.e. Brian Michael Bendis, who's from Cleveland, who's a consultant on this. Mick, as you know, I had to defend my boy against Rob Liefeld because Rob Liefeld wanted to talk some shit on my boy. And us Clevelanders, we stick together. So I had to speak up for my boy, Brian Michael Bendis. And like I said, Chip Zdarsky, they've had better runs. This is based on their runs. It's a really good show. Please hop on it. Episode 4 just came out. It's an 8-episode series. Really good. Okay, what we got next?
Paradise is next. Keep it short and sweet. I don't want to know anything. I want to know nothing.
Okay. Paradise. This is like one of those mystery box shows like Lost from back in the day, right? It's created by the guy who did This Is Us. And he also did Crazy Stupid Love and Focus, which is a really good Will Smith film. I didn't think that he had this in him. If you watch This Is Us, This Is Us and Paradise are vastly different genres, but somehow this man pulls it off. He has me crying every week. There's a lot of like time travel shenanigans in this show. Plays with time a lot. Really good show. Really solid show. Anchored by Sterling K. Brown, who's a very underappreciated actor, if you ask me. So check out Paradise. They just ended their 2nd season last week. So it's 8 episodes, not that long. Season 1 and 2, 16 altogether. But season 2 just ended. Really good show. Okay. One of my favorite movies from last year. This movie has been on my Rolodex over and over again. There's something about the story.
Predator Badlands.
There's just something about Predator Badlands that I don't know. I don't know how I can quantify my love for this film. For me, Dan Trachtenberg, the director of this, has been on a real heater. He's had 3 great installments. He had Prey, Killer Killers, and this. They do something that I really wish they should have done. Yeah. They did something that they should have done in a long time, which is actually make the Predator the good guy. So you follow this Predator named Deck. It's a little bit of Shakespeare. It's a little bit of Conan. It's a little bit of Dune. It's a very, very great installment. I'm going to just say it right here. I'm going to declare it right here. It's my favorite installment of this franchise.
Oh, wow.
Even over Predator?
Even over Predator, because they did something different. They didn't try to make
Predator too.
They didn't try to make Predator for a 7th time. They actually did something different. They made an adventure action film. It was epic. I never thought I would find myself rooting for a Predator, but here we are, rooting for him as the hero, by the way. Not rooting for him to get his kills, but as like an actual compelling character. Like I said, the opening is a big hook. And like I said, it's Shakespearean. It has laughs, action. It's compelling. It has a great story.
I love his movies. They are a little oversaturated in their lighting, though. That's my only qualm with him.
Okay.
It's like everything's so fucking bright. It's like I don't need to see everything. Put some shadows in there.
Well, dim the brightness on your screen.
But great movies. Trachtenberg is doing
great film,
great work with the Predator franchise.
It's like God of War. If you ever played a new God of War game, it's like God of War come to life, but instead of playing Kratos, you're playing a fucking Predator. Awesome film. Now, what do you say? Get the late fees on?
Are any of them worth the late fees?
No, we watched them all on Hulu.
Well,
no, I saw one in theaters. So yeah, Nick.
At Sturdy Video, they got everything.
No, you know, honestly, I'll tell you what's worth the late fees. This fucking Daredevil, season 1 and 2. That's worth the fucking late fees. There you go.
All right. That's good. Your turn, Mick.
There we go. You're about to get it, Grandizer. So I'll start with the 2 new movies. Pizza Movie is one that I think we should do on Popcorn and Pints. It is this generation's Harold and Kumar.
Oh, wow.
Hilarious.
Good praise.
It's not a ripoff of Harold and Kumar. It's not like Harold and Kumar was its thing. Is very much a product of that time in comedy. This is very much a product of time of but in a raunchy way of today's comedy. It checks all the boxes of like, yeah, even when there's offensive, it's called out, and it's understood, but they don't do it in a way where it seems cheesy. It's fun. Gaten Matarazzo and kid from the Goldbergs, Sean Giambrone, I think his name is. They play college students, dorm roommates, and they take old drugs from that were hidden in the ceiling of their dorm. And then I guess I forget what it's called, but it's like you go through 6 stages, and they are the most on the scene snobs. We are famous for what? Embracing what?
Absurdity.
Yeah. This fucking movie does that. This movie takes all the good things in my heart that I love and is like, we're going to put them in your face and you're going to enjoy it. And when I started this movie, I'm like, it's going to be dumb. It's going to be a ripoff of all these other ones. And then by the end, I'm like, this is fucking amazing. I need to watch this again. I don't want to give anything away. There's mystical elements to it. But it's all just jammed into nonsense that is fun and you can turn your brain off to and really enjoy. Suspension of disbelief. You get into it. It's Britt and Nick. They're filmmakers, I think, out of Canada. They're like absurdists, and I love it. I like their short films. This was their first chance to really direct a feature, and I think they knocked it out of the park. I think they did a really good one. Also on Hulu.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Yeah, the Hulu night too.
Now I'll go with the drama, Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. This I needed a few days to really. I haven't done my full review on this one yet. I needed a few days to really think about this one, and it was very good. It was very good. Like at first, I was like, I don't know if I like this. It's a dark comedy that deals with some very intense themes, and I'm just gonna say it. Trigger warning, spoiler. It deals with like school shooting themes. And how it plays into it. I'm not going to give you any more how it plays in, but it's about 4 friends. 2 of them are getting married, and it's like the week before their wedding, so everything's prep time and intense. They all go around the table one night and share the worst things they've ever done.
Oh, wow.
And now you could take what I just said and try and figure that out. You're not going to figure it out. Trust me, you're going to have to see it. But you see, like the one, so it's Zendaya's character. You could tell by the trailer for that. Robert Pattinson is marrying her. Now he's going through like these comedy of errors, having to deal with everything he just learned. And it's not what you think. So people bear with me. But I say, check this one out. If you like Election, I'd say it's very similar to that and how like Matthew Broderick with a guy kind of starts losing it after a while because things fall apart.
Kind of like a Noah Baumbach kind of film.
I think deeper than that, honestly.
Okay.
Wow. Trevor, I think you'll like it.
And
it definitely sounds good. I like Patterson as an actor.
Yeah, and but Zendaya knocks it out of the park. She's the best about this movie.
This is the hottest. This is the hottest Zendaya's ever been for me.
I mean, yeah, she's beautiful. I mean, at this point, do we even have to say it? Like she's just a beautiful woman. But she deserves a lot of credit for her acting in this movie. She really holds it together. She is the sort of, I'm going to say the victim of this. She's our protagonist.
She is.
In a big way, and the victim of a lot of things in this. But they handle the themes with surely. even through a dark comedy, they handle those themes maturely, and she carries it so beautifully. So I really give a lot of credit to how they made this, and the fact that I went from like a 2-star to a 4-star on this says something, and that's just about thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. That's a bold turnaround, man.
Yeah, and it was worth it. Once I started really realizing what they were doing and looking for like how it kind of played out and thinking about those things, I was like, this is smart, and I think it was a good thing to talk about. Also, I never realized how much Mario's hat looks like a Yahtzee hat. So I'm gonna take that off. So I'm gonna take that one off, even though there's an M on it, and put on a good old American baseball cap. What do we got next?
We got.
I'll go with Remote Control next. This is a first-time watch for me. It's on the Criterion channel. Wowzers! It is a B movie from the 80s that I think all of us would enjoy. I would put a stamp of approval for Sturdovision on this. Maybe not.
Oh, cool.
Horror was so sturdy. It is so. What's his name? Kevin Dillon is the star of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't name anyone else except for Jennifer Tilly, and she's not in it long enough for you to like call her one of the stars. But she's great. Jennifer Tilly's amazing. I don't want to put her down.
Oh yeah.
It's, how do you explain this? It's 2 video store clerks get a new display in called Remote Control, and it's a new movie out. But when you watch the movie, it's actually a signal from aliens that turns you into killers.
Why have I not seen this movie?
I don't know, Trevor. I'm actually really surprised that you're not like, yeah. And this guy directed it, and this guy and like I was like, I went all in, and it's in Criterion.
Yeah, I'm going to go look after.
You need to watch it.
It sounds really cool.
I'd really like you to watch it and like tell me what you think.
Okay, cool.
It's a bonkers movie, but it was fun. It was just a really fun, weird 80s movie that
kind of like Tapeheads.
Tapeheads was fun, but
okay.
Better, you know what I mean? Like this was a cheaply made movie that you're gonna just enjoy. I think if you turn your brain off and really enjoy it, it's a weird, cheap sci-fi horror movie about movie fans saving the day. I dug it. So Tapeheads is a good one to kind of compare it to.
Cool.
Now, what's the last one? Oh, of course, Rex Manning Day yesterday. Empire Records.
Yeah.
One of my favorites of all time. I love this movie. It's, if you haven't seen it, it's not only worth the late fees, it's you steal it. You just keep it so you have the physical copy. You go into Sturdy Video, you fill out for a card under a fake name, you buy the movie because it's the 80s and we still used cash, and then you never bring it back and let them call the wrong number over and over again. Empire Records is worth that. It is just it's a great representation of the 90s and what 90s kids were like, and the angst that goes with it, the beautiful music that plays into it, the fun that like each character brings to it, the chemistry that's there. And it's Rex Manning Day, and you mustn't dwell. No, not today. Not on Rex Manning.
Ethan Embry's in this joint, right?
And Aerosmith did one great thing, and that was Liv Tyler.
That was Liv Tyler. Liv Tyler, Aerosmith, not Aerosmith. Liv Tyler, Ethan Embry, Anthony LaPaglia, Rory Cochrane, Renee Zellweger, Robin Tooney, like the list goes on. It's a great, like you just look at the cover and you're gonna see a bunch, and that's not even everybody. This was just a really great punk movie from the 90s that you're gonna enjoy.
One of them hangout movies, okay.
Yeah, so 100%.
And like with singles or High Fidelity.
Dude, I mean, this is definitely like if I made a playlist of those types of movies, those two would definitely be on that playlist.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Empire Records, if you haven't seen it, I urge everybody to see it. It's just a really good. Damn the man, save the empire. That's right. Because the name of the record store is Empire Records.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna kick it off with my worst one this time, and that is Queen of Spades. She Will Reign. I don't know what the hell I was expecting from this. I wasn't expecting it to be like a great movie, but I was hoping that it would involve like cards in the Queen of Spades and like something in the horror element of that with some sort of like possession type or something. Which we did get possession like late in the last 15 minutes of the movie. Had nothing to do with cars, though, unfortunately. Basically, there's like this legend of the Queen of Spades, and she kills kids, kills like teenagers or whatever. And the way to summon her is to draw a staircase in a mirror and say her name 3 times with the lights off. Whatever.
Well, that does
But
sound dumb.
it just didn't really the possession part of the movie, even though it wasn't done that well, that was like my favorite part of the movie. And I'm like, had they done this, like after she, they do a little staircase, whatever that shit is, and then that entity takes over a person and they go killing or doing whatever, and you have to figure out why. That would have made it better. And maybe something where the cars to stop. I don't fucking know. But this shit just, again, cool. I like the title of the movie, and I'm thinking, and the concept sounds pretty cool, but let's seriously just sit down, people. Fans, writers, everybody just sit down and just take some writing classes. Then take some script writing classes. And then
Lots of them.
read. Read good scripts, read bad scripts, learn what to do and what not to do. And then before you put this script out, before you even find actors and stuff, you have this script written, have somebody that's been in the game longer that you trust. That's going to tell you the truth. To, check that shit out. Because it's like, I feel like we're getting a lot of rough drafts. We're getting a lot of rough drafts. If you don't know what that is, I mean, I'm going back to English school right now.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I don't think there's as vigorous copy editing as far as narrative and content as there used to be, especially in Hollywood.
I mean, this was indie, so this wasn't even. I can't blame this one on Hollywood. This is just like,
well, you
I
need
say
somebody to say sometimes, if it's your baby, you need other eyes to go.
Yeah.
No, it needs to be this way.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like this: if you have a child, right, you want your child to be, whether it be playing any sport or any instrument, you're not going to just go to anybody. You're going to go to somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing. So it's like, if you want to be a writer, you shouldn't just go to anybody or just Google it. You should sit down and talk to somebody that knows what the hell they're doing and learn the craft and respect the craft. Because I can forgive bad acting. I can forgive a low budget movie. It's starting to get harder and harder and harder to forgive a bad script. When writing, you could literally sit there, even if you just practice writing every single fucking day, because you want to get better at it every single fucking day for, say, like a year straight, 2 years. Then you're like, you know what? Now that I've been doing this for 2 years straight, every fucking day, over 700 scripts, let's say, now let's let me really put something together. Because now I have all this shit out of here. Not only did I do that, but I have people on different levels of writing. Maybe you're cool with an English teacher. I don't know. I mean, as far as like grammar and all that good stuff too, to learn how to write. And then you meet somebody that knows how to write scripts.
I love that. I only want to point out one thing. If you really want to tell who's a bad writer before you even watch the movie, see if they wrote and directed the movie. And if they did write and direct the movie and it's over 2 hours long, they don't know how to write.
Oh, this wasn't over 2 hours long.
And they don't know how to edit.
If
they're the editor in the movie,
they're the editor of the movie, you're screwed. That comes like, Ishtar level bad.
But I've never been a big fan of like somebody who does all those jobs on a movie.
You tell that to Ryan Coogler, because Fruitvale was over 2 hours.
But Ryan Coogler listens to other people. He actually is.
Auteur theory is a thing, but auteurs make shit at times. Auteurs are amazing, but if you look at the overview of an auteur's catalog, there are a couple poopers in there most of the time.
Actually, I take that back. Fruitvale was an hour and a half long. Take that back.
The problem with like somebody like Ryan Coogler, we don't know if he's a bad filmmaker or not yet, because we just keep falling in love with Michael B. Jordan. We're like, hey man, you gotta take him out of here. Like, we don't know if you're good or not. He's just in his dreamy eyes now. That's what it's into.
And then my next one, Rosario. This one was decent. It was about, so a lady's grandmother passes away, and her mother had already been passed. That ties into the story. I don't want to spoil that too much, but her mother passed away earlier, whatever. And so they call her, I don't know, the super of the building or whatever calls her and lets her know that her grandmother died and that she can come get the body or whatever, stay with the body, and so the family can do whatever they got to do. And so she goes, and her father calls to try to stop her from going, but she's like, Dad, you're in Jersey. They're in the city. There's a snowstorm. She's like, it's gonna take you 3 hours to get here. She's in New York City. He's in Jersey. So she goes to the house, and basically it's like haunted, and then her grandmother's corpse is also there, and it's one of those ones to where like it started out, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait to see where this is going. But when it got there, you're just like, not that it was bad, but you could have did so much more and did so much better. Again, with the damn writing. Not written bad, but this is where, again, you do an outline, you do a rough draft, you do another rough draft and another one, and then you do that final copy. And you just have to do a few. And I'm only just speaking from freaking days in high school and college, the brief college experience of writing papers. I don't even talk about writing a script, but I'm sure, yes, the process is different as far as writing a script, this, that, and the third. But as far as the writing in general, as far as the outline and the rough draft, that's super fucking important. That's super fucking important. And you can't just go into these things just throwing out all your ideas and thinking they're great. I'm not saying it for this one more really, but just in general, like, let's take writing more serious. Please, let's take writing a lot more serious. And don't get me wrong, I love cheesy, shitty movies, but when you're trying to be at that certain tier, it's like, be at that tier or be above that tier to where you really want to be, but get that fucking writing down or get a writer. If you're someone who just has some amazing ideas but you can't really put them together, get a writer.
That's why
talk to someone that knows how to write, that knows what the hell they're doing.
And stop trying to sell yourself online as a fucking writer.
Yeah, don't do that.
I see a lot of those where they're just like, check out my writing course, and it's like,
dig at Chris Stuckman. I feel like you digging at Chris Stuckman.
Fuck Chris Stuckman. His movie sucks. He's not a writing movie. And like, I can go on and on about a few things with him because I think his integrity's gone. But
he's a Cleveland, by the way. He's a Cleveland boy.
You're my only favorite person from Cleveland. I
just threw my Cleveland boy under the bus. I can't believe I did that.
No, but like, to sturdy your point, if I may just say one thing is, and I know I say a lot, but if I could just say this portion of it is like, I reach out to screenwriters who are, sometimes I'm like, that producer brain kicks in. It's like, maybe I'll read a script, maybe I'll work with somebody. You know what I mean? And I'll reach out, like, because I'll hear people like, hey, award-winning screenwriter, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. Reach out. Hey, where can I check out some of your stuff? Well, I've never had any one of my screenplays produced into a movie. We're in talks. Don't buy a fucking writing seminar from people who are in talks. Damn. Always ask these questions. Okay? Like, Jesus. Like, I wrote screenplays. I was commissioned and paid to do so. And I wouldn't sell you a seminar. I'm not a teacher. So I could just give you pointers, maybe things I've learned along the way. But like, there are truly great seminars out there and classes and courses you can take. Learn.
Mm-hmm. It's like you have mental breakdowns when I write my scripts.
I almost did. Sturdy's so right. He knows how to hard charge me.
And lastly, Primate. Now this one, I had a really, really good time with this. Story, not so much. But as far as like the monkey in this movie, that motherfucker was going off. Yeah, you're right.
Monkeys have tails.
You're right. He was going off. Ben was taking shit over. And I love how they use him in this film. I do wish there was more. I still wish there was some more throwaway kills in it. Mm-hmm. Again, this is one of those movies. Yes, I wish there was better writing, but with all the action and visuals in it, kind of like what I was hoping for from the shark movie, with a lot of sharkiness. We got a lot of apiness. I did enjoy that aspect. I really enjoyed that. And I enjoyed how intelligent they made him and violent once that turn came. Yeah. I really, really, really enjoyed that. And I will say, out of all these three movies, I don't think any of them are worth the late fees, but I would rent Primate again. And I want to say this as well, because after I seen this movie, everybody here has seen Us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the monkey in that movie, the monkey from that movie, and the little story they had with that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see a full feature film of that by Jordan Peele, with Jordan Peele directing that.
Yeah.
Because I think that can be really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be really good. Like have a really good story, but also have like the scariness and all that, the fun, cool ass Jordan Peele stuff that he does to it as well, with all the good shit. But Primate, it was worth the rental. Well, they're all worth the rental. Primate, I would bring back on the exact date because I may watch it again. The other two,
Go check out his full review on Primate here on Horror with Sir Sturdy.
Yes. I'm glad that Caesar is getting work. I was really worried.
Popcorn and pints.
I was really worried for him after Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I didn't think Caesar was going to get some work after that. So I'm really glad he.
Which one did he do? Which one did we do it on? Was it Popcorn and Pints or was it on?
Wait, what one?
Primate.
I don't even remember doing it.
Yeah,
we did it in January.
Did y'all?
No, wasn't that the horror movie with the monkey that would kill people?
And they're in the pool.
You sure it wasn't the monkey?
We did the monkey earlier this year.
Yeah, it was the monkey.
No, we did the monkey too, but I'm telling you, we did Primate as one of our new movies, and I don't know whether we did it.
Oh shit!
It wasn't on Horror with Sir Sturdy. I'm looking at the list right now.
I don't remember that one.
Then it might have been Popcorn and Pints. I think that was our. You remember we did that in Coyotes. It was Popcorn and Pints.
No, we did Good Boy and Coyotes on that one.
I thought we did Primate.
We didn't do Primate.
No, because that
somebody's messing with me.
No, he's right, because I remember we had a vote for it to see what newer movies we would do, and Primate got outvoted.
Oh no, I don't say I don't believe him. I could have swore we had a long conversation about it.
Well, y'all need to get on it.
That's what the mix-up was with the Primate.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get on it then. Y'all need to get this done.
Listen. You quiet down. Grandizer, to answer your question, Clueless came out 2 months before, and that was a huge movie, and it overshadowed Empire Records. Because one was the rich kids, one's with the kids from the other side of the tracks.
As if.
Yeah.
As if. Let's see what's going on. What we're slicing and dicing next week.
I hope it's Primate.
Honestly, me too. I can't remember. I think it's on this wheel.
The lead actor from Coda was in that movie, the one who won the Oscar. He played the deaf dad.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's getting work.
Let's see where it stops. Looks like Five Nights at Freddy too.
Oh, give me a reason to watch it.
I gotta watch the first one.
Overhated.
Same. That's the same with me. Trevor's giving me a reason to watch it.
Yeah, I've heard it takes place in Site 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an overhated film.
Okay. Does it go into the serial killer aspect, and is it more gory?
I
would say it's an aptly hated film.
Okay. I'm not going to say the first film was good, but I do think Five Nights at Freddy was an interesting concept.
Oh yeah,
and the lore that was built around these games, was crazy. The movie was a better. They were able to do more with it than I thought they would. So, actually, probably my son and I will probably watch it this weekend.
And I credit those movies for like the renaissance that Matthew Lillard's on right now. So
I hope they keep going with them. They're fun. They just, I think it's like a mess like Scream. They don't know what kind of story they really want to tell you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's trying to find its identity.
Problem with Scream is you're in Scream 7 and you don't know what you want to tell.
Like it's not really.
At some point, Kevin Williamson, get your shit together.
Like it's not a good movie, but the internet makes it seem like it's the worst movie of all time. The
first one wasn't a good horror movie, but I thought it was a good drama.
But, yeah, but it's not. It's just a bad horror movie. It's just a slocky horror.
Agree.
I don't know if I should admit this or not, but I've never actually played Five Nights at Freddy.
You watch people.
I've watched people. Yeah, this did come out like when VR was getting big and getting good, and like the first real Oculus were coming out. You know what I mean?
It's more fun watching people get freaked out by it.
I played 5 minutes of the game.
Like I watched a grown man cry live on his stream by getting scared in his VR from this. And
I'll tell you what, Sturdy. I'll come on the show next week. If I don't have to watch this movie again, I'll play a Five Nights at Freddy and just get scared during the whole show. Nice. I'll stay muted and just jump.
We'll talk.
It's on Peacock though, so if you have Peacock.
I've never played the games either. I thought about it a few times. I've never played the games either.
What was that?
It's like Slender Man. You remember Slender Man? It's like Slender Man.
Oh yeah. Remember the Cage ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yes.
Like Wonder Night at Willy's Wonka thing.
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
Which
I love
is
that.
Great. It has a useless sex scene in the middle of it, which I discovered. But I thought that was actually learning about. I enjoyed that more than the first Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah, I used to be friendly with the director of that, Kevin Lewis. Good dude.
Mm-hmm. Fun movie.
Yeah. He had a good time with it. I had him on a show after that movie came out.
He delivered actually a lot of what the fans really wanted from the Five Nights movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you more about that later, man, because you said used to be, so I kind of want to know what the fuck happened. So I'll ask you more about that off pod.
But before we do wrap this up, I do have to tell you guys that Sturdo Vision will be back tomorrow night, 11 o'clock p.m. We will be live
with
Sorority Babes, Slime Ball. Yes.
How long is that movie? Because I could probably slide on.
Not long.
It's like an hour and a half.
It's not.
No, an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, about an hour and 18 minutes. Hour and 18 minutes. Because I looked it up a little bit ago.
Super racist imp in it.
I'll be 15 minutes off of work at that point.
I've never seen this movie before. It'll be a first time watch for me, so I'm excited for it. And I'm just telling you guys right now, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get back into Sturdo Vision where we can get into the real cheese fest of horror and other.
Like Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Yep. Something like that. Exactly.
That's an actual title or something. I just realized that.
Yes, with Rowdy Roddy Piper starring in it.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Wait, and what?
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
I missed which one you guys were talking about.
But yeah,
I prefer A Boy and His Dog with Don Johnson.
Oh, amazing film.
Those type of films, exploitations. It's gonna get fun over there. Some more indie films.
I better see Billy Jack on there.
It's gonna be real fun on there again on Sturdo Vision.
Which Billy Jack?
The original Billy Jack.
Yeah. I better see that on there.
I'm gonna put this foot
on that
side of your face.
Billy Jack. So yeah, make sure you guys are here for it. Make sure you guys are here for it when we do it, because it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be a fun time. It's not gonna be a weekly show though, but I'll let you guys know when we're popping out.
Well, let me know in advance when you're going to be doing them.
Definitely.
Probably swing by sometimes.
Can I just
after midnight
say that the Scene Snobs podcast is now live on Mondays at 8 o'clock. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes. Mondays at 8.
So if they could try to find it tomorrow, it's not on tomorrow anymore. It's on Mondays.
Nope. But
what will I do?
11 o'clock?
Hang out with him.
Yep. And really quick, this Saturday, which you should check us out over on Popcorn and Pints at 8 o'clock. Oh, shit. No, it's not that. What is it?
Happy birthday, Chris.
I need an AI person.
I know what
you got to make one for Trevor. You got to come on Popcorn and Pints. It's the only one I'll allow.
Okay.
Chris thought
that's the only one I allow this to use the AI because I fucking hate the AI.
I hate the AI too.
We should just put pictures of ourselves in there.
They're putting a huge AI warehouse in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which is no more than a half-hour drive from.
I'll tell you right now.
They're talking about one here and taking water from the river.
One of our downfalls.
I'll tell you right now, when Skynet takes over.
Nah, we're going to be cool. I think AI is going to look at us and be like, you guys have had it hard enough. But they're going to do some damage. It's going to do some damage.
Popcorn and Pints this Saturday for gamers, early birthday picks, Inside Man, and Euro Trip.
Great lineup.
So
Inside Man
for that.
Just
great ending. Great ending to that picture.
And great everything. Every minute of that, nothing is wasted. Perfect tension building, pressure, the whole night. Oh,
Can't wait.
like Lee at his finest. I'm not saying he's perfect all the time, but
Plumber, man, he does a
Plumber Man.
hell of a performance.
Christopher Plummer was so good.
Oh, Christopher Plummer.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Jodie Foster killing it.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's an all-timer performance now.
It's gonna be a really good time. So hopefully you guys all tune in for that, and make sure you guys check Johnny Loves Movies. Make sure you guys check out Ambassador Media. Make sure you guys check out the Scene Snobs on Mondays now. Yes, on Mondays now.
Monday.
Content every day, but the live, yeah.
The live, yeah. Make sure you check out Worst Damn Gamer Ever, and come back here next Thursday at 8 o'clock for some more Horror Source 30. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.
Nice.